Good morning, guys. Here we are, Science Bellwork, week 1, day 1. Usually when we go through Bellwork, you will see that Bellwork has a theme for the week. This week's theme is why are bones hard and muscles soft. Today we're just going to read through a couple paragraphs here, and it's just going to give us kind of an introduction as to what to expect for the week. Today it looks like we're going to be going over the cells in our body and how muscle cells, bone cells, how they can look different, but they both contain some of the main components. So that's some of the similarities, and also we'll look into some of the differences they have. So I'm going to go ahead and read through the passage, then we'll move on to parts A and B. If you need to make any corrections, feel free to do so. All organisms are made up of cells. A cell is the smallest unit of living matter. Cells grow, reproduce, use energy, and produce waste. Nearly all the cells in your body have the same 3 parts. The first is the cell membrane, which surrounds the cell and acts as a barrier between the cell and the outside world. Inside the cell, a central nucleus controls the cell's activities. Between the membrane and the nucleus is the cytoplasm, a jelly-like substance that contains the materials and structures necessary for cells to do their job. Although the cells in your body have similar parts, many of the cells do specific jobs. In order to do these jobs well, the cells look and act different from each other. The cells that make up your muscles are shaped differently and behave differently from those that make up your bones. So part A wants us to use the vocab words to label the parts of the cell, briefly describe what each part does. So we have our vocab words over here: nucleus, membrane, cytoplasm, cell. We're going to be using these vocab words to help identify these main parts of a cell. So if we look right here, it's kind of pointing to like a bolder, black, darker line. That would be the cell membrane. And something you could say, you can have a variety of responses. You could say something like it acts as a barrier between the cell and the outside world, or cell and the outside. Something about it being a barrier or shield between the cell and outside. So then we have right here pointing to like the center of the cell, that would be the nucleus, and that's kind of the control center of the cell. Just directs the cell's activities, controls what is happening in the cell, things of that nature. So you could have a couple different responses there. And then the last one, this is between the membrane and the cell. This would be that jelly-like substance that kind of holds things together or holds things in place in the cell. That would be the cytoplasm. And then part B, for cytoplasm, you could say that it's, just contains the materials and structures needed for cells to do a job, holds everything in the cell in place. It's between the membrane and the nucleus. It's a jelly-like substance. Any of those responses would be good. Part B, what do you think the function of muscle cells is? What do you think the function of bone cells is? Well, if you go back through the reading, kind of give us a little brief description for each. You could say muscle cells help you move. Bone cells give your body shape. So something like that would be a good response. And there you have it. There's your Science Bellwork Week 1, Day 1 review. Hopefully you followed along and made any corrections that you needed to. And I hope you guys have a good day.